This is an indoor fly trap, and this is a pack that comes with the trap that comes with 3 glue cards and then an additional 3 glue cards in a little accessory pack. And so it's basically a 6 glue card setup. So I would send this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, this pack would cost you $23. They haven't paid me for my review, and my opinions remain my own. All right, so this is basically a little guy that you plug in to an outlet, and I believe that will use some light and maybe heat to attract flies to the glue card. So they have some instructions here with a nice little exploded diagram of the unit, and then here is the unit itself, and then in the bottom of the packet we have these 3 glue cards here. And I'm assuming this box has 3 more of the same glue cards, so essentially it's another 3 pack. So you get a total of 6 glue cards there. So the only instructions that they provide are what's written on the outside of the box and the inside lid here. The circuit diagram here basically says it takes in your 110 volt AC, it converts it to 5 volts DC, and it basically just has some 4 UV LEDs or blue LEDs in here, and so those LEDs are going to shine on the glue card, and bugs will see that light, be attracted to it, and stick to the glue card. They have this thing here, and they call it an extra bait slot, but there's no like extra liquid bait included in this package. So one nice feature is this guy rotates 90 degrees, so if for some reason you have an outlet that's mounted horizontally like this, you can mount it there. If you have a traditional vertically mounted outlet, you can mount it this way. And they don't explicitly say this, but the understanding is that you take one of these glue cards and you put it in this slot. I have peeled this protective paper, which releases the sticky side so that this guy will catch flies, hopefully. So I don't know if you can see the sticky on this card, but there's basically a sticky tape that goes down it, and there's about a 1/2 inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch handle at the top that's not sticky, but at the bottom there's only like a 1/4 inch of non-sticky. And there's this little area here where that sticky stuff hits the machine and kind of sticks to the machine, which I guess is fine. It keeps the card from accidentally falling out. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but you do have a little sticky stuff kind of rubbing off on the top of the machine there. And that plugs into the wall. There's a switch. You turn on the switch and it lights up kind of the card and the wall. So if it's someplace where you can't handle a whole bunch of blue light at night, you can turn it off when you're sleeping or something like that. Or if it's in a room you don't care, you can just leave it on all the time. And that's all it does. It has kind of a bluish ultraviolet light and a sticky piece of cardboard. All right, I've rotated it sideways so we can see this guy here. When I turn that on, it's gone up to kind of an average of a 1/2 watt draw. So this is like a nightlight. You know, it's not taking much power at all. You know, it is 1/2 watt, which is something, but it's really not going to show up in your electrical bill. All right, only way to evaluate how well it works is to wait a week and see what is stuck on the back. A week after peeling the sticky tape and leaving it plugged in, we have captured 6 flies that are no longer in our kitchen. Alright, so it definitely works. Flies were attracted to and captured on it. The instructions say it should go between 3 and 4 weeks before you need to replace the sticky. It might go longer depending on how few flies you have, or it might go shorter if it totally gets covered with flies. So it works. It looks, a little bit nicer than the hanging fly paper type things. And so, if you have flies in an area, this should pull them out of the air. Only comment is that if you have a power outage, it will turn off and you will need to manually come in and turn it back on when the power is restored.